Can you see me clearly?
Yes. Okay, so I'll start now.
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
Damazrin, you can start now.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Does your mind wander? During a class or meeting, do you find yourself staring out the window and thinking about what you'll do tomorrow or next week? As a child, were you constantly reminded by teachers to stop daydreaming? Well, psychological research is beginning to reveal that daydreaming is a strong indicator of an active and well-equipped brain. You should tell that to your third grade teacher. Daydreaming, according to Merriam-Webster and America's most trusted online dictionary, is a pleasant visionary, usually wishful creation of the imagination, and by that definition, it is proving to be like a mini vacation that carries with more than just a handful of scientifically proven benefits. Other research points to the distinct benefits of daydreaming and imagination for well-being. Asking people to engage in positive mental time travel, where they imagine 4 positive events that will take place the following day, increases level of happiness. Likewise, new research suggests that daydreaming of loved ones might be an antidote to loneliness, fostering feelings of social connection. So today, I'd like to take all of you to get through the advantages of this little world of imagination or daydreaming that we had encountered since we were young. The first 2 points on how daydreaming benefits us will be presented by me, Nur Ida Mazrin binti Ahmad Sabri, metric number 202612, a student in Bachelor of Food Studies, alongside with my partner, Nur Hidayah binti Muhammad Tarmizi, metric number 204132, also a degree student in food studies. We'll talk about the last 2 points and summarize this presentation. Without wasting any time, let's go to the first point of this presentation with the keyword stress reliever. Am I too fast?
Not really.
Okay.
Just nice.
Alright. I'm sure most of us is very familiar to this word stress. Stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It can come from any event or thought that makes you feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. In order to relieve stress, daydreaming is a way that many people choose to relax. Daydreaming allows your mind to take a break for the duration of the entire you allow your mind to wander. Since it lets your mind take a break, you can often return from a session daydreaming with a refreshed and renewed mind. Oftentimes, this might be all you need to return to a task and complete it. Oftentimes, working on the same thing for a long period can cause your mind to get bored and stop focusing on it. Daydreaming can relieve your mind from the issue for a few minutes and as a result, return refreshed and ready to complete it. Okay, so now let's move on to the next point. Daydreaming helps manage conflict, which is still under the same keyword. Some people go to great lengths to avoid conflict. They suppress their own opinions, hide information from others, or avoid contact. By constantly evading conflict, one slowly starts to develop feelings of resentment and bitterness, which slowly starts escalating. Over time, unresolved conflict, especially in a close relationship, inevitably leads to a significantly increased level of stress. Others might choose to use daydreaming as a means to manage conflict. This is often referred to as organized daydreaming, and it involves in visualization of different ways to deal with existing conflicts or ones that may rise. Using this method of daydreaming helps review specific situations in your head so you can be prepared for a variety of occurrences. For instance, you might often daydreaming about what you would do if somebody tried to mug you on the street. By using organized daydreaming, you can visualize several different possible scenarios so you can be better prepared in case it happens. Okay, so that's the end of my points. Let's move on to the next point, which will be presented by Hidayah. Thank you. Right, is that okay?
Before I start with my point, I should comment something on your presentation just now.
Right.
I think your mic sometimes in it a little bit cannot hear. Sometimes few words cannot be heard. I think sometimes your mic is disappear.
Okay, I got it.
Something.
Okay, so I need to. All right. Other than that, any comments?
I think that's all.
Okay. Okay, let's move.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Hidayah binti Muhammad Tarmizi, matrix number 204132. As Eida mentioned just now, I'm also a Bachelor Science Food Studies partner for Eida Mazwi. So now I will move to the second point, which is boost productivity. This boost productivity will help you to achieve your goals. In order to obtain the objective on what we want to be in 4 or 5 years coming, which in other words, we can call it as achieving our goals for a few more years. So I think I should pronounce it clearly, right? Just like
Yes.
blah blah blah. Or in other words, we can call it as achieving our goals in few more years and what we should do. What we should do is to succeed in planning our goals before we note it, before we write down what we want to be, we must dream about it first, right? For example, in our daily life, we talk to ourselves what I want to be in another 3 years, 2 years. Then after that, we start to daydreaming about it. By that, as we succeed after the 5 years or 4 years, we can prove that the daydreaming will help us a lot in achieving our goals. And am I too fast? Be okay, cool.
Yes, I think you're too fast.
Okay. Then besides that, please remember that ghost activities is such ongoing activities where you have to build a reminder in your mind where you have to keep your concentrate on track. If we realize every time we daydreaming, we keep dreaming about the good thing that we want to achieve. Every time we dream about it, we can help ourselves to make sure that we are really focusing on the goals and we have to successfully achieve it. So for the conclusions, I can say that daydreaming is such a very, very good things that we can do. For example, as the point that Ida said just now, and also my point just now, and it will help us a lot in our goals, our daily life, and on our future. That's all from me. But so how was our presentation?
Okay, so I think the conclusion is to be more longer. And for the second point, I don't know when to move on to the next slide. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
So you
I
need
should
to
say next slide like that.
yes. You should say that.
Then I
Okay.
think I should say a little bit slow. And then
Mm.
I think our recording is quite long time, so we should cut it to a little bit short
Okay.
presentations. Then I think that's all from us, right?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.